I'm John Skinner, and this supports my book Striper Pursuit, and you can learn more about the book at striperpursuit.com. So inline single hooks differ from regular hooks in that the hook eye is turned 90 degrees, and this makes them very well suitable to attach to split rings, because if you attach a normal closed eye hook to a split ring, it's kind of turned on the wrong angle for fishing on a plug. So they've come up with these inline single hooks that you can use to replace the treble hooks on your plugs. And the idea is, first of all, these are high quality hooks. They're very strong, very sharp. And then you have the advantage of in theory, very secure hookups on the fish, and the advantage of not having treble hooks in the fish. It's easier to unhook them with the single hooks, and would do less damage to the fish possibly, and just be able to get the fish off. So I wanted to give these a try. I had a situation here with plenty of fish, and well, there you go. I did hook one up, and ended up losing that fish. Now, the first time I tried these hooks, I had used a 5-inch Tsunami Talking Popper, a regular one, the floater, not the XD. And I didn't care for it. The casting wasn't that impressive, but the action didn't seem right on the plug. It definitely affected the action. So I tried it, didn't care for it, and it was some time before I went back to it. This time I tried it with the 5-inch Tsunami XD. So it's a little bit heavier plug, and that was all great. Cast well, action's good. So now really what I'm evaluating is two things. How easily do I hook the fish, and how well do they stay on? And that's 0 for 2. Now, your other option for replacing the trebles with the singles is to use open eye single hooks, but that provides a little bit of a liability that those, it's sometimes not easy to close those eyes completely, and they can be pulled off the plug. So I really prefer, as much as possible, to use the closed eye hooks. All right, so here you got a situation. If this plug is getting pounded, hit after hit after hit after hit, I'm not hooking them. Yeah, I kind of expected that the fish would be a little more difficult to hook up with the singles than the trebles. But, in a situation like this, well, that's fine. I'm going to hook up fish, and then it's just a matter of how well they're going to stay on. But it was my impression with the trial that I gave this that, yeah, it was a little bit more difficult to hook up the fish. So I'm noticing, mostly by watching this video, that, yeah, when I'm losing these fish like that, then that hook is catching the line on the way in. I think that's just from the thrashing around. It wasn't happening when I was working the plug. Working the plug looked fine. The action was great. I dropped that one too, so I think that's, I'm 0 for 3 there. And, well, hooked up again. And I'm dealing with a mix of bluefish and bass. The blues are roughly like 3 to 6 pounds, and the bass are anywhere from I would say 16 to 32 inches, and there's a few on each side of that also. But yeah, it's a mix of blues and bass. And this video was recorded in Long Island Sound at the end of October. Oh for 4. Okay, 4 hookups, 4 lost fish. And there was a good example of why not to pull a fish directly at you when it's close, because hook comes undone, and yeah, you could catch that thing in the face. So, it's hard to remember to do that all the time. All right, so we try again here. I'm 0 for 4. You know what? I want this to work. I would really prefer to use single hooks on the plugs. I would use plugs in these kinds of situations more often if trebles weren't involved. 0 for 5. I just dropped a 5th one. Yeah, it's amazing. These things are just coming unbuttoned, and I feel like I've got really firm hookups on these things. Good bend in the rod. I've got them on for a little period of time. Usually single hooks, when you set those into fish, they hold really well. I don't want to, cast judgment on these things, but yeah, this is my experience. This is the first time I'm trying them. I've got 5 hookups. I've got 0 fish. Now, maybe people using these on different species or on different styles of lures or something are going to do better than I'm doing here with these. But, this is what it is. It's so far I'm 0 for 5. Okay, that's 0 for 6. So the plug is sure attracting a lot of hits. They're climbing all over this thing. Yeah, I'm not hooking them. Would I be hooking them easier with the trebles? Yeah, I'm quite sure I would be. So, yeah. Okay, I'll leave you with one more try here, one more cast. Last cast with this thing. Quality bass there. Woo. Oh my God, every single fish has been lost on the flood.